Hello, everybody. I'm Conquering History Games, and welcome to part 2 of my Panzermadels live stream campaign. It's good to be back. Haven't done an actual sort of history-related live stream in too long, it feels like. It's because, my throat, and I actually am still kind of coughing occasionally. So sorry about that. Let me just kind of get that, the tank noises ASMR going on in the background. Here we go. Because we're here at the school. Let me know if that's too loud or anything like that. Now then, hold on. I'm trying to, because I just have it in a small window. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's just a small window for me that I got to read off of. But I'll figure out a way to deal with it. Alright. Hello there, Jacob. Hello to everybody who's jumping in here. I just need to check something in the other monitor real quick. Okay. So it's the next day. After we were at the Russian bar, I'm saying, oh, my head. Back to, oh, I feel like it's a little bit too loud. Whatever, that's fine. Back to tank school. Great. I'm gonna figure out what the hell is going on today. I'm at BC. If I hurry, I could probably stop by the commander's office before class starts. And here we are. Huh. It literally does say tank school right on the sign. Still, it's weird as hell. Now, where was that admin office? It's gotta be around here somewhere. Wait! Here it is! Just as you were about to open the door, you're greeted by... Where do you think you're going, maggot? Oh, this is not going to be good for my throat. Hello, Emilio. Ah! You're 2 seconds away from getting smoked, recruit! Sergeant, this recruit wanted to speak to command regarding his placement in this school, Sergeant. Do you not like to train, recruit? Do you not like me? I am offended. I will smoke your ass so hard the base fire crew will come running. I will bottle your tears and drink it on my next run. Now get to class. Aye, Sergeant. You salute and walk down the hallway towards your classroom. Oh shit, that didn't do me much good. I guess the surplus store is the new plan. I'll swing by there after class. They've got to know something at least. You reach the classroom and walk inside, taking a seat beside M4 Sherman. Yo, new guy! Looks like you did come back. Hey, T-34, you see that? You owe me 500 yen. What? We were taking bets that you wouldn't show back up. Looks like I'm $5 richer. Before you could reply, Gunnery Sergeant Hartman enters the room. Hatch is closed, tanks, and mouth shut, recruit! This is gonna be a long day. A few hours later. The classroom empties at the sound of the bell, and the tanks are all chatting in the hallway. Another day of class over with. I guess I should figure out where that surplus store is before I go off searching for it. Who do I ask, though? At the other end of the hallway, you see Panzer IV and T-34 packing their school bags. Oh, it's that German girl, tank girl thing, and the other Russian one? I guess I can ask one of them. Excuse me? Alright, poll time, who we asking? Da, 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 da. Let's see, I should So, I guess to kill some time, I've been listening to a lot more, trying to listen to a lot more orchestral music lately. I was going through a really big jazz thing for a while there. So I've been, I wanted to change it up, and I've got these two books that I haven't really flipped through yet. I found them at a thrift store. They're both from NPR, which is National Public Radio. That's the public radio station, obviously, here in the United States. So, so I used to listen, and I still listen to a lot of NPR, but I really started listening to a ton of it when I used to work at a security, this one security job where I was just by myself in a shack a lot. I just would listen to it because it basically doesn't have commercials. And they would play all sorts of stuff, jazz and orchestral and stuff, but as much orchestral music as I would listen to, and I do listen to a fair amount too, like I'll listen to modern soundtracks to stuff, I thought I've never really taken the time to learn as much as I probably should, considering how much I listen to about orchestral music. So I found in the thrift shop these two NPR books. It's a tight race, people. Vote. I think like a third of you haven't voted yet. So one of them is called the NPR Curious Listener's Guide to Classical Music by Tim Smith. So this is just like kind of, it just like talks about a lot of technical stuff. So so for example, it says like, what is a requiem? What's an oratorio? Things like that. And they're like the actual forms of classical music. And then there are some actual suggestions of stuff to listen to in here, just kind of listed alphabetically. Like I was, early this morning, I was listening to this thing called Harmonio Leheri by John Adams. Not the president, different John Adams, modern John Adams. But it was a piece he did in 1985. So like it has a little bit of a description here. Like I'll just read some of it. It says here, even listeners who ordinarily find the style known as minimalism extremely annoying have been won over by the sheer emotive force of this orchestral score. And then like some context of it and stuff. And then there's this other one that I also got, which is called the NPR Guide to Building a Classical CD Collection. The 350 Essential Works. So, that's... so this book is kind of more like an encyclopedia. So, like if I just flipped to random things here, so like there's like, okay, just like if I turn to a random page, let's go to, actually not random, let's go to page 394. So if we go to page 394, it's like suggesting a piece by a guy called Paul Jacobs. It's like a solo keyboard work. It says you should specifically check out this recording by French pianist Georges Pludemacher. So I think that's kind of interesting how it doesn't just recommend a piece. It's like, oh, this is what we think is the best performance of the piece. But like it's cool because it's like subdivided, like this book, because this book, the NPR Guide to the 350 Works one, this is like a almost 550 page book. But like it's broken up, so there's like orchestral works, but maybe you don't want the whole orchestra. So there's concertos, there's chamber music, there's solo keyboard, there's sacred and choral, there's opera. So yeah, so basically I have more than enough stuff here to work with. So I want to start kind of listening to some more classical stuff when I get the chance. Try to start to really understand it. Because there's not a ton of classical I listen to outside of Shostakovich, and people say, well, that's not classical music, that's 20th century. How much did these books cost me? I think they were only a couple bucks too. Yeah, I'm looking here, like, yeah, $1.75 for these, so pretty cool. Alright, I think enough time has passed. Everybody seems to have voted. And the winner is the Panzer Man, I remember this one German exchange student. She had red hair, though. Anyway. Erwin? Yeah, I was wondering if you knew... Nine! I know nothing about the Krieg! Where the surplus store is? Oh, haha, ha ha. So in haha and then haha. So her laugh changes from English to German. Force of habit, sorry. Yeah, about the store though. It's not like Breslau didn't have significant ties to Prussia anyway. What? Oh, right, surplus store. Yeah. Do you know where it is? Mm-hmm, it's just a few kilometers from here. I can walk with you if you'd like. Oh, sure, if that's not too much trouble. Don't be silly, I'm happy to help. She winks at you. Panzer IV leads you down the busy Akihabara streets. Anime billboards, girls dressed as French maids, and the bustle of tourists are everywhere. And Panzer IV stops more than once to check out kitschy accessories. You reach another street stand. The man behind the table is selling hair ribbons with cute characters printed on them. Oh my gosh, that's so kawaii! She shouts to nobody in particular. You sure seem excited. I just love kawaii things, desu. You're taking this in Japan thing to heart, aren't you? I'm sorry, I think somebody's knocking at my door. Stop screaming in there. Nobody there. I think it was, it's because it's been a windy day, a couple days, so I think it was just the wind kind of shaking the door a little. So it kind of sounded like I thought it was knocking. Okay. Like, totally. I love Japan. What first got you into it? LOL, she spells out. I've always liked Japan since the 40s. Right. German tank. So, does your sister like it here too? My sister? Oh, you mean Tiger One? We're just cousins. Anyway, she's so boring all the time. She just seems shy. She just seems shy to me. Trust me, you haven't had to sit through a family reunion with her. How did that go? Let's just say we stopped doing reunions until 1989. Hold on. Oh, that needs the... Hold on. I gotta pull this up. Okay, let's just say we stopped doing reunions until 1989. Oh, until 1989. Alright, well, we had fun with that, didn't we? So, did you just, that's a reference to how Germany was divided between East and West, incidentally. You know, I was once listening to a little bit, I just wanted to listen to the first couple episodes to get a feel for it. This podcast called History of Germany. And the first couple episodes, the guy's just sort of giving background, and he's explaining how much of Germany's history he wants to cover, because it's like, that's a lot of history. He didn't mean like Germany when they united in the 1800s. He's talking about like German people. So he said how he was gonna go up to the reunification of Germany. That's where he was gonna end it. But he was also talking about how he was going to just skim over like the really early Germanic tribes, and he's, you can kind of hear from how he sounds that he's probably a middle-aged man, and he's like, you know, I am old, and I fear if I include them, I will not make it to the end of this series before dying. Anyway, there's also a part in his intro when he says, "Is like there's 3 things you need to know about this podcast," and you know he's explaining them. It's like, and third, I am a German man, so there is no humor in this. Yeah. Did you just make a? Never mind. Oh, here's the store. Oh, hi, that was quick. Panzer IV is the kinky one. We'll find out, huh? Do you want to go inside? Oh, I'm actually kinda a little bit banned. Wait, what? I swear, I thought this was a deactivated round. Oh, God. Well, I guess that's as good a reason as any to ban someone. I'll catch up with you later, Erwin. She winks at you as she walks across the street through traffic. What a weird girl. Each one is crazier than the last. You walk into the surplus store. Oh, bing bong, heard you, damn. Inside, the walls are lined with weapons from various areas, and towards the back you can see some bookshelves stocked with what looks like field manuals and films. A few other customers mill about the store, and a bored-looking shopkeeper sits behind the counter. Sheesh, I'm glad to be in here. At least everything seems normal. The shopkeeper looks up as you near the counter. Welcome to Kara's Surplus. Can I help you with anything? Let's ask about the tank girls. Hey, so at the school down the road... you know what? Actually, we should turn off the tank noises because we're not actually at the school now. So, we'll go to the distant battle sounds now. Different ambiance. Yeah, I can just very, very distantly. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, them. Oh, them. Kind of weird at first, but they make up for it in other ways. Pretty, aren't they? Sure. Hey, do I hear talk about tank girls? Oh, God. Oh, shit. I hear talk about tank girls. Oh, sweet Saint Mary on the hood of a Mercedes-Benz. What a surprise. Recruit Lamore, isn't it? Yes, sir. God, I was not expecting him here. Hey, don't you dare sir me. Check your eyes or I'll remove them from their sockets. Yes, Sarge. In his hand? What's he got in his hand? What's that you've got in your hand, Sarge? Why are you questioning the Sarge? You want to die? What? Nothing. Mind your own business, recruit. Doesn't seem like nothing, and you were whistling. What is it? Oh, dude, is he asking to die? Let me ask you something, recruit. Have much experience with tanks? Let's see here. I'll ask this. Do we have experience with tanks? Basic. No. Okay, so let's kill some more time while the poll goes on. What's something I could talk about? Oh, hey, I don't know if you guys knew this. Do you guys know the Equal Rights Amendment in the United States, the one that got through Congress back in the 1970s, and then it had the deadline. The deadline came and went, and basically, well, for those of you who don't know, okay. So those of you who are not Americans, because I know not all my audience is American, but back in the 70s, the United States Congress passed a constitutional amendment that it would be illegal to discriminate on the basis of sex. The Equal Rights Amendment. Men and women have to be treated the same. So it got sent out to the states because the way it works is like the states have to approve it and then the Congress has to approve it, or vice versa. It doesn't really matter which order. So it goes out to the states and it had a deadline to get passed of 7 years, and then that deadline got extended, so it was even 10 years. But it didn't pass. It ended up being 3 states short. It only had 35 states. approve the amendment when it needed 38. So after Trump was elected president, there was this like backlash in an attempt to pass the Equal Rights Amendment. So since he was elected back in 2016, 3 states approved the amendment, bringing it up to 38. But 5 states had already revoked their approvals. Like they had approved it and then they changed their minds and they disapproved it in the meantime. So depending on how you count, the Equal Rights Amendment has been approved by 38 states, 35 states, 33 states, 30 states, 3 states, or 0 states, because the deadline is come and gone. Anyway, so the final approval of a state that was needed, Virginia, happened back in January, on like January 27th thing. So the Equal Rights Amendment passed, but you probably didn't hear about it because the constitutional archivist, which is an official position in the United States, he did not include it in the Constitution. Now, this is an interesting situation because the guy's name is like something Fierro. So he personally thinks that the Equal Rights Amendment should have passed once the extra states came in. However, back in 2020, the Department of Justice, I guess, was looking at the issue, and they put out a memo saying, like, we pretty much think that it's not going to be able to... It's not going to pass even if more states approve of it, because the deadline came and went. And so it's going to be a total... It is going to be a complete fucking legal mess. Now, funnily enough, this Fierro guy, he's going to retire this month. That's what he said. He said that like many months ago that he was retiring this month. So there's going to be a replacement for him. And it's 50-50, y'all. Come on, somebody break this tie. Somebody vote and break the tie. Not all of you have voted. So the Equal Rights Amendment is maybe part of the United States Constitution now, but it's just a total legal shit show because of the whole that some of the states revoked their approval because a lot of them missed the deadline. Because if you talk to a lot of the women who were trying to get the amendment passed back in the 70s and early 80s, they would have said, like, yeah, we missed our shot. Like, you can look up footage of women mourning outside of, like, the White House back in 1982 or 83, whatever it was, when the amendment didn't pass. Come on, somebody vote! Somebody vote! So yeah, when it comes time for the new archivist to be, because it's like you know, a part of the cabinet or a Supreme Court justice nominee, the person is nominated by the there we go. Okay, somebody broke the tie. No, not really. So even if this new person comes in, the new archivist, and says, like, yeah, I'm going to approve of it, people are going to be challenging it in the courts. So it's really, really interesting. Now, my personal favorite point of view on this whole situation is I was reading something from a law professor. He's like at Columbia Law or something. But he was saying how, like, yeah, most, like, we can argue about the legality of the Equal Rights Amendment, but the fact is, most constitutional amendments are not legal. And here's what he mean. He didn't mean, like, you know, small government or whatever. He meant, he's like, and it's a good point. In fact, let me double check this. I actually have a copy of the Constitution here with me. Let me go to Article 1. But yeah, basically, there's a part in Article 1. You know, I'm not gonna. You know what? Let's put a pin in it. Next poll remind me to explain the illegality of most of the constitutional amendments. It's actually kind of funny. Okay, say, no, I can't say I do. Well, you did look like a bit of a poof. Well, maybe this will straighten you out, recruit. He hands you the DVD that he's held tightly in his hand since the beginning of the conversation. You glance quickly at the title. Triple X Ammo Racks. It has a picture of the mouse super heavy tank on the cover. Ooh, Sergeant likes them thick. Shit, Sergeant, is this? He slaps you on the back, laughing. It's the only gift you're gonna get, recruit, so enjoy it. Ah, there, Shadow Force. He laughs to himself as he walks out the store, waving goodbye to the shopkeeper. This place just keeps getting weirder and weirder. You tuck the DVD under your arm and start heading home. Hey, you gonna pay for that? Maybe the sergeant already paid for it and he just gave it to me afterwards. Back in the street, day has turned to night and the bustle of tourists is replaced by the bustle of slightly more intoxicated tourists. As you walk home through Akihabara, you hear a voice call out to you from behind. Oh, I think this is Stalin. Oh, Erwin! There's our Yandere. Oh, hey, IS-2? What's up? You wouldn't believe how hard you are to catch up with. I swear I had to jog the last 3 blocks. You followed me for 3 blocks? No, 6. I just jogged for the last 3. Yeah, come on, pay attention, man. She said I had to jog for the last 3. That implies there was more than 3. Think, Erwin. Okay, that's mildly disturbing. Dude, don't say that out loud to her. So, let's go out. You know, as tempting as that sounds, I actually was just heading home. That's okay, I can go with you. That's right, we're doing Georgian. It's a Georgian accent, Georgian USA, you know. I can go with you. That's no, oh, the sad face! Come on, let's go. IS-2, that's really sweet, but I need to go. Oh, okay, well, will you call me? Alright, let's do the poll. Yes or no? Okay, so yeah, back to the, while you guys vote, back to the Equal Rights Amendment. So, it's going to be a total shit show of a legal case. Now, like I was saying, there was this guy, I think his name was David Pozan from Columbia Law School, but he was basically saying, yeah, the Equal Rights Amendment is, it's going to be a law if we agree that it's a law, but it's not going to be legally passed, but it doesn't matter because most constitutional amendments are not legally passed. So what he argued is, and actually it's not an argument, it's a fact. So Article 1 of the Constitution says that that any legislation coming out of Congress needs to be signed by the president. Now, there's been 27 constitutional amendments, I believe. You know, there was the first 10, which were like pretty much in a big batch, and then all the rest ever since in like the 200 plus years. The only one that the president signed was the 13th Amendment because of course, Father Saint Abraham, you know, reads the fucking law and goes, oh, I'm supposed to sign this shit, right? So he signs the 13th Amendment. No other amendment has ever been signed by a president, even though Article 1 of the Constitution says that that's supposed to do that. So, if you really want to get down and dirty, technically correct, the best kind of correct, the 13th Amendment is the only legal amendment to the Constitution. But yeah, so this Posen guy, he was basically saying, but who, he basically, I'm paraphrasing him, you know, he was like a professional interview, he wasn't saying fuck, but he's basically saying, but like, who fucking cares? We act like those are laws, even though they weren't legally passed, so yeah, that's how it's going to be with the Equal Rights Amendment. And so it's like, it's going to be a law if we agree that it's a law. And so there's just going to be legal arguments about that, because, like, let's say this Fierro guy, like, tomorrow holds a press conference and says, you know, freaking, okay, yeah, actually, Equal Rights Amendment is passed. There's now 28 amendments to the Constitution. There's going to be legal battles. You're going to have states who don't want the ERA to pass, saying, no, it's not legal, and whatnot. And then even then, you know, like, there's going to have to be so much law rewritten. Like when New Mexico passed the state version of the Equal Rights Amendment back in, I think it was 1973, it took them like 3 years to rewrite all the laws in the state to conform with the state Equal Rights Amendment. So really interesting stuff, legally speaking, going on with the ERA. And again, you're probably not going to hear about it in the news. It's all legal shit that, you know, most people don't give a fuck about. Like, it's not going to get TV ratings. But it's an interesting thing. We'll see what happens. Okay, I think everybody's voted. And yes, we will call her. Oh, is that a little tear? Okay. Yeah, sure, but for now I need to get going. I'll catch you later. Look at that smile. She smiles before scampering off. Good, nice use of the word scamper. IS-2 smiles at you as she walks off down the street. Weird tanks, weird city, you mumble as you continue to make your way home. Oh. It's good to finally be home. You toss the sergeant's DVD on top of your desk. I was hoping at least the sergeant would have been normal. Looks like that ain't happening. Guess I'll try and get some rest before class tomorrow. You lay on your bed and drift off to sleep. Alright, we're back to school, which means no more distant sounds. Time for the tank sounds. Alright, so, in review, mini count. Oh, dang it. It's talking about calibers. Even the thinnest armor can bounce a high velocity round if the angle is severe enough. We didn't say we'd call her right away. We just said we will call her. Maybe we'll call her today. As such, take care to present as little of your armor as possible. Avoid showing the enemy your broadside and be extremely careful of penetration from the rear. Rear penetration sounds right up the Gunny's alley, huh, Sherman? His senpai does have a thing for flanking maneuvers. Really, because I have some personal intel that he prefers ammo racks. Big ammo racks. Ooh, which do you prefer? She grins teasingly. I'm not answering that question, Sherman. Lame. Recruit, what are you whispering about back there? I'm sorry, I can't do a proper yell, guys. His throat's still recovering a bit. Sir? Don't you sir me, maggot! Suddenly you have an idea. This recruit has a question regarding penetration. Go on. This recruit is wondering whether or not the size of the bore affects penetration, sir. Is it better to have a large bore, a long barrel, or just the skill to aim well? What the hell are you implying, recruit? This recruit is simply inquiring as to how the sergeant prefers to penetrate tanks. Is it even possible with a smaller gun? Oh shit, he's pissed. Wait, how big's your bore? She whispers. Sherman, not now, he whispered back. Class! Outside! We're having a practical drill in angling armor. Recruit Lamore here has graciously volunteered himself as the first target. Sir? Don't you sir me maggot outside now! My boot goes so far up your ass it hits teeth! Alright, tanks, which one of you is going to take the first shot at Recruit Lamore here? Sergeant, he can't angle his armor. Well, he best learn real quick then. I volunteer, senpai. Well, if it isn't the bright American star herself, front and center. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. What type of round should I load, senpai? To line, Sherman! Load HE! Aye! Recruit! Angle your armor! How? Angle it! Okay. Let's do a poll here. Angle left or angle right? Rose for Irwin's tomb, yes. Ugh. This is gonna be interesting to see how the polling plots out. It should be 50-50, right? Of course, the left is over Sherman, so maybe that'll incline your way. Oh. What? Spilled something. I gotta cut this shirt I'm wearing. I got this shirt that got it a couple years ago. It was real fucking cheap and it shrunk in the wash. So it's always squeezing my shoulder blades. I need to just turn this thing into a tank top, you know, cut the sleeves. You know, actually, I'm just gonna change shirts. Which is a shame too. It's a shirt I really like. It's one of my band-made shirts. But that's what you get for not buying official merch. Right? That shirt with one good flex, yeah, no kidding. Okay, looks like we've got a winner. I bet you look really sexy in a cut tank top, CHG. Well, y'all ain't gonna find out. But that's what usually happens with shirts of mine that get too old. Like, they start to get kind of holy, and I just friggin' yep, tank top time. I think my oldest shirt I currently still have is one that, like, it's like a huge shirt on me. It's a double XL shirt that I got from donating blood once, like, because that was the only size they had. They were doing a t-shirt giveaway, but it was the only size they still had, so I took it. That thing is holy. Okay, so angle 35 degrees left. So it was a pretty decisive win by voting to go left. I'm gonna say it's because, you know, cute anime girl was right next to that option, so it influenced people's brains. Who the fuck am I kidding? I'm so screwed. Rounds ready, Sergeant. Hey, hey! Sherman, wait, please don't shoot me. You don't want to do this. Please, please, please. Come on, man. Angle. Here it comes. Shit! Fire! Woohoo! And credits start rolling. Where's the leak, ma'am? Irwin. Irwin. God, is that you? God, am I dead? Unfortunately, you were not recruit. It seems the pinnacle of American engineering couldn't hit the broadside of like a goddamn aircraft. Tomorrow we'll be having class in the field. You're dismissed, maggot. So I guess it just hit near me, and I must have passed out from fear. Am I dead? No, mostly not, but you did take a beating. How did I get here? You need to take it easy, Irwin. I don't want you to get hurt. Oh, my angel. I'm alright then. I can't carry you home every time you go off getting yourself into trouble. Me? I remember not a lot, actually. What happened? Don't worry about it. Just try to get some sleep. She puts her hand on your head. Oh gosh, humans really can't take that much damage, can they? Hold on, let's hold on. I want to see, I'm going to look up. I'm going to see if there's like romantic German ASMR. Set the mood. You're speaking English, woman.
Lernen Deutsch. Also
There we go. There we go.
die deutsche Sprache.
Yeah, setting the scene.
Alles nicht als Fremdsprache.
You weren't the one getting
Unterricht,
shot at.
wo wir alles lernen.
Shh.
Adjektive.
I know, Erwin.
Was auch immer dazu gehört, weil Deutsch ist ja doch ein bisschen komplizierter.
Thanks for carrying me home, though.
Und die Fernsehshows, also wir
Oh, don't mention it.
jetzt einen Fernsehshow.
She blushes.
Haben wir doch mehrheitlich.
I just wanted to make sure you were okay.
ProSieben Sat.1 und bla bla.
Hands are for leans in closer.
Reden wir Deutsch. Wir
Äh,
lernen das.
Erwin,
Aber ich würde jetzt nicht behaupten,
I wanted to ask you.
Deutsch die Muttersprache
Oh.
ist. Also ich
Oh no! Yo, new guy. All right. Come to CHG for the history game. Stay for ASMR and anime girls. Yeah, let's see here. I wanted to make sure you were all right. He's fine, Sherman. Well, I brought some snacks to cheer you up. She hands you a small bag of pretzels. These are expired, Sherman. I said brought, not bought. I'm going to head home. Get some rest over. Phew, she seemed mad. Was it something I said? No. It's alright, Sherman. Anyway, thanks for checking on me. I think I was mostly just surprised by the shot. I feel fine now. So where do you think the shot came from? Did you, like, shoot out of her mouth? Like, I'm a firing my laser! Or do you think she just made, like, the gun with her fingers? Just bang, bang! Or something? What? Where'd she shoot it from? Good, because tomorrow Sergeant's having us do some outdoor thing. He wanted me to bring you the address. She hands you a slip of paper with lat-long coordinates. That's latitude, longitude. 37.41 north, 141.02 east? Yep, see you tomorrow, new guy. CHG soundboard is on fire tonight. Oh, and driving people away. She probably shoots it from under there. That's why they all have to wear skirts. Oh gosh. Question is she shooting from the glaze or the chocolate? No, not. Anyway, thank you very much for the super chat, Mad Beast Yeti. There's the alert. The rumble of the train rolling along the tracks makes rhythmic pattern. Probably should say makes a rhythmic pattern, or makes rhythmic patterns. Probably A is more correct. As you sit on the soft seats of the Interregion Express, you tap your foot to the sound of the tracks. The soft sound has lulled you off to sleep more than once on this trip. Good, he sure did pick the furthest possible place for a field op, didn't he? Incidentally, that kind of happened to be earlier today. Because I take the bus, and I was, I take the interstate bus between New Mexico and Texas. And actually, I was pretty tired, so I just was kind of laying back and closing my eyes. And then frickin' there was an idiot on the highway, so the bus had to swerve, and it's a huge bus. So that just, whoa, just big shake woke me right the fuck up. Suddenly, the train makes a turn, and the warm summer sun casts its light through the windows. Ooh, the beach. Amphibious operation. Whoa. The sea stretches out all the way to the horizon. The crystal blue water shimmers in the sunlight. Japan sure is beautiful. I wonder what he has in mind for us, though. It's probably going to be some god-awful Navy SEAL physical fitness thing. Stretch that ITP before you run on sand, y'all. At least I might pick up a higher score on my underwater knife fighting test this time. The train begins slowing down as it approaches the station. When it stops, the doors open and you can smell the scent of sea salt on the wind. You get up and walk off the train. The town looks like it was built on the side of a large hill descending into the coast. All in all, it's a picturesque seaside town. Damn pretty place for a day of training. Well, I guess I'll head down to the beach and see what Gunny has in store for us. Ooh, happy music. You arrive on the beach a few minutes later and the deep blue water reflects the morning sunlight. As you approach, the rest of the tanks are already chatting in a group. Owen! She shouts and waves you over. Damn, we don't get the swimsuits. No swimsuit episode. This is the beach episode, but not the swimsuit episode, everybody. Sorry. Sorry. How did I voice the T-34? Probably that was the more generic Russian. Oh, so you made it. Oh, the Tiger won. It's nice to see you, Erwin, she says shyly. Hey, everyone. Wait, where's Sherman? Probably late, as always. Oh, well, here comes the Gunny. Alright, maggots. After yesterday's catastrophe, you were going to work. You're going to sweat. You will know pain. And so as punishment, you're all spending a day at the beach. No, my threads are going to get ruined in the sand. I don't think this is safe for my transmission. That's too Russian. My transmission, Sergeant. You should have thought of that before blowing up the classroom! Damn, I can't even do those weak shouts without my throat kind of hurting. If I remember correctly, Sherman blew up the classroom after you ordered her to fire off range. I brought all of you out here to have a nice time. And honestly, I'm feeling really under attack right now. What the fuck? Quit being a little bitch about it, Sergeant. Alright, you can spend the day in town. What the fuck? Sergeant, won't that be bad if we came all the way out here and don't do any training? God damn it, recruit. Fine, fieldcraft then. Go on a scavenger hunt or something. A scavenger hunt? Kawaii! How's that kawaii? What the fuck? What do you expect us to go find? Teacher, you need to assign us more homework. What do I look like, your mother? Damn it, recruit! Fine, I'll write you each a list. Sergeant pulls out a notebook from his pocket and begins writing out a scavenger hunt list for each of you. Alright, split up into teams of 2 and go find shit. Don't finish before 1600. At least one of us is going to enjoy the beach today. Oh man, who should I help on their scavenger hunt? Ooh, big, very controversial one. You know what? We're going to do a runoff. Somebody's got to hit 50% on this one. Oh shit. Okay, I just put up a blank poll for some reason. Let me fix that. Partner with Panzer T-34 or Tiger. Germans got the numbers on their side. The Russians are outnumbered 2-1. A rare occurrence, to say the least. So let's see, what other stuff can I talk about? What's been going on? Ooh, I'll tell you what's going on. I'll tell you what's going on. So D&D's been going good with my friends. I think I might have told y'all about it. It's interesting because like when I was sick last week, there was a couple days there that I was just sort of laying in bed. Like on Sunday, I basically couldn't move out of bed, and so I was just thinking a lot about like my D&D character, and like it's fascinating because I've almost like created this like really true identity around her because I've given her this backstory like of her family, but I was even starting to think ahead about things. Like I thought about, okay, when a big like battle comes against the big bad, this is what I want her to do because that's what her character would do. And also like if she dies, this is gonna be like her dying words and stuff. So it's like I really created this character that's outside of myself. So for those of you who don't know, I know I've talked about it in other streams, but it's my first time ever playing Dungeons and Dragons, and so my character is this draconic tiefling who multi-classed into a sorcerer and a warlock, which I know sounds like a whole lot for my first ever character, and admittedly it is, but everybody I'm playing with has played before at least one time, most of them multiple times. They've like been players and DMs and stuff, so it really hasn't felt that hard at all. So yeah, but it's been really interesting. But we've been playing this game. It's like a D&D game called A Curse of Strahd, where the concept is that you're in this like mysterious country that's somehow been cut off from the rest of the world by like a fog. So like you can go in through the fog and you end up there, but you can't get out. And so this place has been isolated for centuries, and the whole time it's been ruled over by this vampire whose name's Strahd, Curse of Strahd. And so you have to kill him, but it's been interesting because he's been around for so long. Turns out there's actually been earlier attempts to defeat him, and so the last session my friends and I were playing, we ran into this group of what are called Dusk Elves, which I guess must be unique to the region because I never heard of them before. But they had tried to defeat the vampire and they lost. So what the guy did, instead of killing all the elves, he killed only the women so they can never reproduce. So like there are these elves, they're presumably immortal, like they're like the one we talked to, this one, he's hundreds of years old. And he's but it's like that is so fucked up. Like you're all just slowly sitting around waiting for your species to go extinct. And it actually, and probably this is what the creators took inspiration from. It made me think of like the Ents and the Ent wives in the Lord of the Rings. All right, looks like we're gonna have to do a runoff here. Oh, maybe not, maybe not. Actually, it looks like 2 people haven't voted. We might not need a runoff. Looks like somebody might win outright. Come on, who are we going with? Are we going with kinky, energetic Hawaii Panzer? Or are we going for? Look at this smugness. Look at that smug in the face. Just. You know who you're picking. And then, you know, she's just over here. She's you know, some would say boring. I say she's subdued. She's restrained. But, you know, she's got her benefits. Anyway, I know she's got a pearl necklace. Maybe we can give her another. Ow! Anyway, come on. Next vote is going to determine if there's a runoff or not. So somebody vote. I know some of you haven't voted. I can't vote, by the way. We need to see who has thicker, more angled armor with inside comfortability inside the cockpit. The cockpit! Oh my gosh! Alright, looks like we're doing a runoff. Oh shoot, but that actually tied up the Panzer and the the Tiger. Fuck. Well, you know, we're doing the Panzer in the runoff because, you know, that's what you get for voting late, whoever you were. Alright, runoff, Panzer T-34. Sorry, Tiger. You and your thick transmission. We'll have to wait. But yeah, my first ever D&D. It's been really interesting, especially because playing with more experienced ones. Like, we've got this one human bard. He's a bard. He's actually multi-class. He's half bard. He's got 2 levels of bard, 2 levels of fighter, and he's been very, very good. Like, we haven't said anything officially, but I kind of feel like he's become the party leader. Like, he just seems to know how to think about things. He knows how to ask the right questions. He's the bard, so he's got the charisma when we're trying to talk to somebody, get something going. You know, good backstory. He just makes it look so easy. So it's been really fun. But it's funny. He was once given the backstory of his character a little bit, and like he was in love with a woman. And he's like, she wasn't a whore, and it's like, oh, definitely was a whore. Tiger may be nice, but they break down in bed way too often. Oh gosh, it doesn't make somebody just starts crying in the middle of sex. Oh no. Oh no, we don't like that. Oh no. So it's gonna be interesting if T-34 wins this one, because earlier we had the Panzer versus T-34 voting, and the Panzer won. So is now T-34 gonna win? Does that mean that like we're trying to go in a different direction? We didn't like the Panzer. Are we doubling down on the Panzer? Who's to say? Let's find out. You say it's tied vote, and there's an odd number of viewers. Somebody vote. Somebody vote. Next vote's going to determine it. Next vote's to decide what we're going to do here. I'll tell you what. You know what I might do here? Let's do a... Oh, shoot. I can't save. I was going to try to save. Oh, no, yeah. It's down here. Let's do a save here on the bottom. Excuse me. All right. Poll's over. Panzer is 1. Hey, Panzer 4, do you want to do the scavenger hunt together? Of course, I'd love to go out with you, Dessous. Great. Whose list do you want to start with? Yours. Okay, let's see. You look down at your list and read it aloud. Chemlight batteries, keys for a Humvee, and an ID-10T form. See, I admit I used to do this sometimes to the new guys. I'd say we need to get these ID-10T forms, go get some until we can fill them out and leave for the day. Now, it's obvious when you're looking at it in text form, you know, it's idiot forms, but yeah, that's a classic one to fuck around with new blood. I need these ID-10T forms. What? Where do we find all of that? Right next to the rolls of Flightline. So yeah, Irwin gets it. Like, yeah, it's like private. Look, we gotta get the guide-on weights. Go over to supply and say that we need the guide-on weights. And then you go to supply and like, hey, do you have the guide-on weights here? Like, what? First sergeant had the guide-on weights. He hasn't turned it back in. You need to go talk to the first sergeant and get them from him. We don't have no guide-on weights here. We've only got the one set. Just in running around. I don't know where to find that either. You know what? Let's do your list first. Hi. Right. Well, anyway, let's go. You and Panzer IV walk up a slight hill from the beach towards the town. So, what's on your list then? Looks like we need the tiny umbrellas, tequila, salt, a lime, sandals, and a yukata. So we're doing his fucking party shop, you know, his little comfy beach shopping for him. That's a hard day's work. Let's go, Erwin. Wait, how are we gonna get tequila if we're minors? Hard day for some people. Anyway, I bet we can stack some tiny umbrellas from a convenience store. Let's go check. You and Panzer IV walk into the convenience store, and inside it looks like any other in Japan. Huh. Funny. They use the same layout as the one in our town. Probably it's a joke because they had the same background. Just wanted to use the same background. Suddenly you hear a shout from another part of the store. Hey, look who it is! Irwin with Panzer IV. What a surprise. She winks. Oh, Sherman. Irwin and I were just... Sherman walks up with a bottle of soda in her hand and takes another swig before wiping her mouth and cutting off Panzer IV mid-sentence. Chipper to see Irwin as usual, eh, Panzer? If he's in the military, wouldn't he be 18 plus? Didn't think about it. Maybe the tank school's like college. Anyway, I didn't expect to find the two of you here, though. Where were you this morning? We were meeting on the beach. I was running a bit late, and then I got thirsty. I'm headed there now. Well, we're on a scavenger hunt now. Gunny's orders. Awesome! Can I come with you guys? Sherman Quest. Oops. Sherman question. No. Just Panzer and I. Sure, join. Or go find Gunny. Like them both, going for the go. Yeah, I think if we ask her to join, see that's the trick with these sorts of games, right? That's the tricky part. We could say, sure, come with us, and maybe you just locked yourself off from being able to get intimate with Panzer. But then on the other hand, you're opening the door towards the triad, So it's like they say when God closes the door, He opens a window. So that's what's going on here. It's like, so we might be shutting down the possibility of a monogamous relationship with Panzer, but we open the chance for a polyamorous relationship. First, you want to be careful with those sorts of things, because for first visual novel I ever played, Katawa Shoujo, I've done most of the routes in it. There's one that I've specifically saved for a rainy day, but there's, I think, 6 different girls you can chase, because there's the blind girl, the deaf girl, I know their names, it's like Lily and stuff and Ren, but there's the blind girl, the deaf girl, the amputated legs, amputated arms, the burn victim, and who am I forgetting? Pink-haired one don't count, not really. Well, anyway, in Act 1, because it's like a 4-act visual novel, but at the end of Act 1, you're gonna end up on the path towards one or the other of them. But if you try to pursue all of them in Act 1, you will end up getting none of them, and you will literally die. You actually die in the game. So that's how Act 1 ends. But it's it's a very sweet game. Alright, I think everybody's voted. Let's count. Yeah, alright. Alright, sure, come with us. Of course! I'm sure we could use some help. But, oh, yeah, see, Panzer didn't like that. We might have closed the door and there's no open window. Sweet, let's see the rest of your list. Well, I saw a little cafe down the street. I bet you could steal a salt packet from there. Maybe they have some limes, too. Wait a second. Is that you, Sherman? You still owe me 1,200 yen! Whoops, well, that's my contribution for you guys. Have fun! Wow, she owes money here, too? Sorry about that, Panzer. Oh, no worry at all. I don't mind. I don't know. I feel like we're not as running on all cylinders with her as we were before. Like, she's clearly happy. Like, okay, good, we got rid of that pesky Sherman, but still, it threw off the groove. Ha! Anyway, I found the umbrellas. Let's check out that cafe. The Herman girding. You and Panzer IV enter the cafe together. Rope. Oh, this place is so kawaii! God, don't you know any other words? I just love the American theme. Aren't you from there, Owen? Yeah, although my grandfather is from Germany. Ooh, nice eyes. Oh, the fatherland. The people, the food, the fjord. Yeah. Wait, what? I meant the Freiheit. Freedom, yeah? Right. Yes, I do support the right. Why do you ask? You know, why don't we just order some coffee? Like, this is not a productive area of discussion. Sounds wunderbar. You see, I was always raised growing up, don't stick your dick in crazy. But she's not crazy, she's just really, really proud of her nation. Is it wrong to stick your dick in that? The name told y'all she was sus. Yeah. Alright, I got a green tea, please. And what do you have there, little lady? I have a peppermint tea with lemon. Well, she sure is a character. You and Panzer IV take a seat at a small table and wait for your drinks to be done. Alright, kids, here you are. He sets the tea. Compared to the Yandere, she seems normal, honestly. He said she's just really, really proud of her country. He sets the tea in front of you and returns to the counter. Ooh, we getting the close-up shot? A few minutes later. CHG, we all make mistakes in the heat of passion. That was good. Tastes just like it does back home. I've never been to Germany before. Oh my gosh, you'll have to come with me. With school lets out, it would be so much fun. Oh gosh, she wants me to travel the globe with her already. The heat of the passion. Hey, Joshua Jones, sorry for running late. No, it's fine. Don't worry. Remember, if you don't make a live stream, I always keep them up on the channel. And I'm actually probably gonna end things here pretty soon, though, because my throat is getting a little worn down. Anyway. Oh my gosh, you'll have to come with me when school lets out. It will be so much fun. Maybe I will. You'll have to show me around when I'm there, though. Hehe, you mean like a date? Well, shit, if I go across the damn world with you, yeah, I think I can do it. Actually, wasn't that a thing in an episode of House, I think, where it was like, there's an episode where there's a doctor who he works in Africa, and he's flirting a lot with the female Dr. Cameron. Drink water. I've been drinking water while the stream's going on. But yeah, there's a line like that because he's trying to recruit her to come out to Africa with him, but also he's being flirtatious. And so yeah, there's a point where he says, "So what? I can ask you around the world to Africa, but I can't ask you for a cup of coffee up the street." Yeah. You mean like a date? Well, yeah. Oh, if only all women were this straightforward. Okay. All right. I'm sure we can find the rest of the stuff on your list if we look around town some more. You ready to go? Yeah, let's go. She shouts excitedly. Are we pretty, like, we're in with her now, right? Like, we just need to go on an actual date, but come on. Come on. Even us gamers, we have the social skills. It's like, we just basically agreed that we're gonna date. We just need to go on the date now. Anyway. Short while later. Alright, so we found little umbrellas, salt and a lime. What's left? Sandals, a yukata, and tequila. Sarge can worry about that last part. For now, let's see if we can find that yukata. I mean, it's Japan. There has to be a place around here that sells them. Of course, maybe I can find a new one to add to my collection. I just love kawaii fashion desu. Stalin Tank Girl will be unhappy if she finds out about this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have her not kill Panzer IV. Well, it depends on what form of Yandere she is, because now, if you watched my last year my Taboritsky campaign in the Moe Order, you would know that we spent an exorbitant amount of time discussing the subsets of Yandere, and there is subsets of Yanderes that will see you with another woman and will not immediately kill you and or her being the other girl. Sometimes they'll just kind of sit in the back and be sad and cry. Sometimes they'll just kill themselves and you never knew what was going through their minds. So Panzer IV is not necessarily in trouble, but she's probably in trouble. Got those nosebleeds, girls are damn beautiful, so damn beautiful, yeah. Did I tell y'all I actually have a yukata? I bought it last year with my winnings from, because me and some friends, we bet on some Japanese wrestling every year, sometimes a couple times a year on different tournaments. And I always win, except for last year. I fucking lost for the first time. But I just got really damn good luck. So what I like to do with the winnings is I always like to buy something that's like a taunt, like showing like, hey, oh, you like this piece of clothing? You bought it, bitch. So like, I'll buy a wrestling t-shirt. But what I did last year is I bought a full-blown yukata. And it's covered in the pattern of Hokusai's wave off of Kagegoshima. Now, I don't have an under part for it, which I probably should get at some point. That would have made it cost too much. But yeah, I wore it on like opening day of the tournament last year. I'll probably do that every year now, is just always wear my yukata, and it's like, wow, that's really ostentatious. Yeah, well, you fuckers bought it. Okay, it's mildly concerning. I had a question, by the way. Sure, Owen, what did you want to know about? You know what, we're just going to go ahead and stop it there, because, yeah, you guys have been hearing me clear my throat, and that's enough for one day. I'm going to try to get a pre-recorded episode of something up tomorrow. Yeah, I think it's going to be Equestria at War. I think that's what the community voted for, so look forward to that. Thank you very much for joining me, and a special thank you to those of you who donated via Super Chat. Also, keep an eye out for the YouTube memberships, although maybe don't sign up until I make like a formal episode or a video announcing YouTube memberships are open. You know, YouTube needs to like review my channel and approve it, but really excited for that. Anyway, you all take care and good night.